It's Nerding Out with Project Cadmus. Hey guys, I am here with Kratos, and you know what? It's getting easier and easier for me to pronounce in my head. I may slip sometimes. And BJ from Project Cadmus, back in the WBSMT radio studio, talking all things Clash Clans. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, Scotty?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Pretty good.
How about you, Kratos?
Doing pretty good, man.
Just firing it up in war? How are things going over there in Project Cadmus these days?
We're getting back to the swing of it.
Okay, because people who, because you've been on the podcast a bunch of times, and we've talked about Project Cadmus, and Project Cadmus had a big win streak, and so we'll get into that. And before we do, BJ, since you haven't been here, why don't you introduce yourself?
All right. Well, I am Bjorn from Project Cadmus. Everybody calls me BJ because Bjorn is a weird name, and BJ is just kind of funny. So I'm a co-leader in Cadmus, and I've been with the clan for most of its existence since probably March. I joined as a Town Hall 7. I'm a little Town Hall 8 right now, kind of taking it slow, working on walls and doing that type of stuff, not really upgrading too many defenses. So I'm more of a 7.5, I guess you'd call it.
Okay.
But
where you at on walls? Are you doing skulls?
Yeah. I got 70 more skulls, and then I'm done. And then I'm going to focus on upgrading my defenses.
Okay.
So I did it a little backwards. I upped my air Ds. I got those up, and then added an archer tower, got it to level, and then upgraded 2 archer towers, and that was it for defenses. So I've still got Town Hall 7 cannons, mortars, and wizard towers, and I only have 2 wizard towers on the map.
Okay.
You know, I'm a low 8. I can fend off dragon attacks pretty well. And yeah,
is your base working really well in your war matchups?
I'm towards the bottom of our Town Hall 8s. It seems like it matches well with my across most of the time. But I do get 3'd. Some wars it takes 3 or 4 attempts, and some wars it's the first try. So
just kind of what the other clans like, and because Brittany's the same, actually pretty close to I think what you did. But I did the mortars. I did maybe a wizard tower or 2, and I actually just did I did a bunch of skulls because I'm just collecting, but I ran out of things to upgrade with my elixir, and so I decided to start doing defenses.
Yeah, I am at that point too where I have no more elixir upgrades, and when I go and raid for just farming and stuff, I'm going with dragon and hog comps. I mean, really expensive troop comps, just because I don't like carrying a ton of elixir and being a huge target.
Yeah, I guess that's something Brittany could do to have fun, is just make some crazy ridiculous armies and go out into the wild and do that, like all dragons or whatever, because I don't raid much with her, but that's one way to keep my elixir down. I didn't think about that. I thought maybe I should put my storages outside. What am I going to do for the next phase of the game?
Well, it's nice too, because in a way it's nice because that's a troop comp that takes an hour and 20 minutes or so to build, depending on what exactly you're using. So I'll, be working, build that out.
Yeah.
When it's all done, I do my attack. I click on my barracks to redo everything, and I go back to work for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
So I don't have to freak out about, I'm going to lose my shield. I know I'm going to lose my shield. It's not a big deal,
Yeah. Are you okay? Wait, is it just are you using dragon and hogs together?
I like to use the dragon and hog together, and then I take 2 heals and a rage, and my hogs do a ton of damage inside the base. I try to direct them towards the air defenses, and yeah, I mean, I use. I'm working on it as a comp to use in war. I've used it a few times. I need to get better at dealing with the clan castle troops when using it in war. So I'm kind of trying to nail that down as an actual, for me, a good war comp.
Yeah.
But it works great out in the wild. I look for bases that have 200, 300 of each, and 1,000 DE or higher. Yeah, and usually I get most of the resources, if not a 3-star. So,
well, this is probably the only point in the game until like a max Town Hall 10 that it's a viable option if you're doing it. Because once you get to Town Hall 9, there's so many other elixir upgrades that might be the fun that I'm looking for with that account. Just crazy, nutty attacks. Because I've already got my main, so.
And you don't have to freak out about using a ton of DE on it, because you're not going to hit something that has less than 800 DE. I just don't. So I replace whatever DE I use, and I typically gain some. So it's kind of a constant upward motion with the DE and with the gold, because I'm just looking to get another 500K so I can build another skull.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about for me, is just keep chipping away at the skull walls. So it's fun. It keeps my elixir down, and that's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
There's my answer, I guess. Kratos, remind everybody where you're at now in the game. You've got a TH10.
Yep. I have a TH10. I'm working on my walls and heroes still. My king is asleep, and he's going to 18, so he's getting there. We just did a dark elixir push, and you did that, right, BJ?
Yeah.
With the SOS guys?
No, we did one for Cadmus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it was a competition.
How do you say his name? Gur,
yeah.
And he won it, right?
Yeah, over 2 weeks, we took screenshots of everybody's heroic heist and gave everybody 2 weeks to go after DE, and he in 2 weeks got like 320K.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Town Hall level is he?
He's a 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
He's a strong 9.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So did he throw him into his heroes, or did he?
I don't know what he did with it, but he had a lot. So
yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, that helped my heroes a lot. So
where are they at now?
My king's going to 18 and my queen's 15. So they're slowly getting there.
I'm starting to go nuts because of it. I've been pushing hardcore for months now with it. My queen's going to 26.
Wow.
And ready to go down to 27. I got 40K dark left to go as soon as she wakes up. But are you constantly doing them?
Yeah, just those. I'm just doing those in walls, and I have 141 Legos done, so I have 109 left. 109 left to do with those, and then I'm just gonna keep working on these until I said I was going to do it till my heroes got to 15, but that still wasn't good enough. So I'm thinking I'm just going to plug away on those until,
Okay, because are you over in House of Non with Kratos? No, wait, I saw you in Project Cadmus.
Yeah, no, my main Kratos is always in Project Cadmus. I think I've only moved him once or twice just to help out with numbers.
Are you warring without a hero?
Yeah, I am. Just because it gets so expensive waking them up now with the 7 days.
Yeah.
That I'm not, and we war 3 times a week, and I don't want to wake them up every war. But it really matters the matchup too. Like the matchup we just got a few hours ago, I'm gonna have to wake them up for this one because it's actually it looks like a pretty even war, but my cross, I don't know if I'll get at least 2 stars with him sleeping.
Okay. And do you have a mini?
Yeah, I have my Son of Kratos account.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he's usually in House of None, but I have him over in Sword of Row. To help out over there. And that's our new clan we're putting together just for the K-Fam.
Okay.
Just to help out.
All right, and we can get into that. I guess we could now. But I do want to come back to your war matchups in Warren without your heroes, because I have been also warring without a hero unless I absolutely have to wake them up. So the new clan is called
Sword of Row.
Okay, Sword of Row.
Row.
We're actually talking about this beforehand. Because I think I was saying Rayo. It's or spelled backwards. I just realized it because I wrote this down. But we went back to the Man of Steel. There's a special feature on this. I don't know if anybody's seen this. It's really cool. What they did is afterwards they did, like in the Man of Steel universe, they reconstructed everything from that movie about what they would know about Krypton. So it's actually something like you'd see on like the Discovery Channel or something. It has that whole feel, and they talk about emblems, and it's really cool. But it took me a long time to discover that. So it is Sword of Ra, and created for the Kryptonian family to use however, right?
Yep. For when just we're basically leveling it up. We're using our minis over there right now, just for like push and match up, and we're gonna try to get up to level 5. So we can use the perks for that whenever anybody wants to use it in the family for anything.
Yeah, and it's funny because we created House of L and Sword of Ra at pretty much the exact same time for the similar purposes of and I see over in House of L2 there's a bunch of new people and minis over there helping to level up the clan and seeing kind of where that clan goes. But I think it'll be a fun thing when we have like something we're going to do. So I think of the Ryder Cup that we just did, the America versus the rest of the world clans. It sucks going to a level 1 clan.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's more painful than you would just think, because it's 5 minutes on the troops or the troop requests.
It's 20 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean it's 5 more, right?
Oh yeah.
5 more minutes. And it might have been a long time for people who have not been in the level 1 clan. But then you don't get the troop upgrade, which really, really hurts with donations. Like when you're trying to get troops. Oh. And also, what's the other?
The 6 troops is, yeah.
Yeah, the 6 troops.
Donating 6 troops, I'm so used to it now.
Yeah, it's so weird because you're like trying to do it and it screws everything up. Which was the exact same thing that happened when we got the 6 for me.
Yeah, because I would always make 5 of something. Then I was like, you can actually get 1 more.
Oh shit!
Right.
Well, how long do you think it'll take to level up?
Well, at our current pace, I have a mini over there right now, and at our current pace, it's going to take a while. We've only got 10 folks over there, 10 accounts. So, small wars, you get less XP and all that. So it's going to take a while. So I'll just throw it out. If anybody is listening and they have a mini and they want to come over, they can feel free to do that. Sword of Rao, RAO. Or, if you're looking to just practice war attacks, or if you have a hero, a royal that's down and you want to not stop warring and you want to come over for a war, definitely welcome. The more the merrier, so we can get it leveled up faster.
That's a really good point for people who are maybe in a really serious war clan that sit out every time because of a hero. That's a good way to do it, to get, as long as everybody stars every base and hopefully pull out the win, because especially when there's minis over there, like this, I'm thinking of a lot of what happens in House of L2. You get those matchups where you can do a really big blowout because of all the lower levels.
Right. You could.
Yeah.
So we have not won there yet. We're hoping to change that with this war. So we'll see.
Probably help some people attack both times.
Yeah, we had some globals to help fill out our numbers, and the globals would pull.
I missed one too.
Oh, you missed one? Oh, you fell.
Yeah,
that's right.
I've only missed one attack in Project Cadmus since we've started it, and I missed one in there last night. It was our war started really late, and I did my first attack, and I made my second army, and I fell asleep, and I was like, it was like. I think the war ended like at 12:30 Eastern time.
Oh yeah, it was a late start.
Don't feel bad because Brittany's in House of L2 right now. I'm in House of L, and I thought they were on the same war timer. So I was like, okay, I'll opt in and I can just go over there. I just wanted a place to park her for a while and just collect and focus on the wars in L. And I've been hardcore DE farming, and I walked in. And the war was over, and I missed both attacks.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I felt really bad about it because it was a close war, too. So I said, you know what? These 2 wars are killing me. I'm going to opt out. And finally today, I'm like, you know what? As long as I know when the start of war is, and now that I'm going to start the dragon hog armies or crazy armies.
Yeah.
Just have some fun for a while. I don't have to care. Yeah, now I'll probably be in there a little bit more.
Did you want? What's funny? Sorry,
nope.
Is when you get used to like warring with only like one hero when your other one's down.
Yeah,
it's like a huge perk when you have both of them, and you're not used to it, so you do so much better.
Speak for yourself.
What I mean?
I wake mine up in that close war just because I need the edge. And I'm air quoting in case you can't tell. And then fail. They're like, I would have just done better without the other hero. Because you get so used to it at the same time. But, how are you adjusting your attacks? Are you doing anything different?
If I don't have my king, I use 4 golems. And if I have my king, I use 3.
Okay.
And that's just what I do. And I know everybody will have their own opinion about it. But that's usually what I do. Like I'll do either spammy go wee wee with 3 or spammy go wee wee with 4. It matters if I have my king or not. And I'll add a couple more wizards or less if I do the 4 with it.
Well, and for me, this last war, and I guess this one doesn't count because we had one of these. We did a 50v50 to get war weights, and it was one of the farming clans where they wanted us to put our town halls out on the top, and they were Chinese, I believe, because Huffer, when it found out how to say it, and I had put something in the clan description that said, we'll put out our 2, but you need to fill your war CCs and put up war bases. Because, let us practice at least. And they didn't fill their CCs. So I had 2 good attacks this war. But I used 5 golems, this war without my queen. And that worked really well. And then I did one that was a 4 and I did a bunch of witches with it. And I got 2 on both attacks, but.
Have you had good luck with have you been doing the Hocus Pocus?
I've desperately wanted to try, and I think I have a couple times, but no, I haven't done well with it. And then in people in the clan, I know have tried it, and it's never went super well that I can really remember. Like a bomb goes off, and then the witches are dead. Have you seen it? Or
I haven't seen it in person. I've tried it, but my heroes are way too weak for it.
We had somebody try it in PC during a war while you were out, Kratos. Papa Dragon tried it.
Oh,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I know Papa
How'd it
Dragon.
go?
Yeah. I can't remember if it was a two-star or not, but it was awesome to watch all of those little ladies running around. It was crazy. I can't remember if he got two or if it was just one.
You know, if you go to like the Clash with Ash videos and you watch those and you see it, and I would recommend if you're a TH10 especially, and you go watch some of those attacks before you go in, because it kind of gives you a sense of timing and everything. And he's got a lot of that 10 videos, but I noticed the heroes really are the barrier to getting those type of attacks right.
You know, it's funny. You know Papa Dragon from Minnesota Nice, Scotty.
Yep.
And what's funny is he actually attacked me in the wild.
He did.
And he did. So I went over to Minnesota Nice because I couldn't attack him. Every time I went to revenge him, he had a shield on. So I actually went over there to ask him to drop it, so I could attack him, because I've never had somebody attack me from a clan that I knew. So I went over there to ask him to do that, and then he ended up coming over to Cadmus after, which was awesome.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, he's been
it's cool
for a week or so now, huh? Maybe a week and a half.
Yeah, and he's got a level 38 Archer Queen, and he's up there. I don't know what his Barbarian King is off the top of my head, but
that happened. I don't know if I said this on the podcast before, but it's like one of my biggest Clash regrets, I think, at this point, is nexting past Coop from the Clash files in the wild. Like, I caught it as I hit next. Yeah, it was during the trophy push, and I'm like, oh man, that would have been so awesome. But it's like when you hit that next button, and I thought I did it the other day to Yeti, Sasquatch's second. I thought I saw it in the wild, but I thought it was in Kent Farmhouse, because I thought I saw a house, and then it was Yeti, and I went and I thought, I'm like, he's in L2 though, and so I went back and I had nexted past it, but I went over to Kent Farmhouse to check it out, because I was like, oh man, did I just do it again? I'm so much better at like nexting, and like paying attention now. So
we over here, there's a few of us that have a bounty out where
really?
I don't even know who's in it. One of our co-leads, Fletch, is keeping track of who's in it, but everybody's chipping in $20 to be a part of it. So whoever's the first one to attack, you don't even have to 3-star, but whoever's the first one to attack a KFAM member in the wild is going to get like $120, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, totally. So I don't know. Over here at PC, we like to work in a lot of competition.
Yeah, we're a lot of gamblers.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in this game. With gift cards flying around all the time. It makes it kind of fun.
Yeah. And I want to talk about the 0 to Hero competition coming up. But I do want to, before this, because this was a Twitter question, and we can get into some of these Twitter questions, because they will lead into some of the things I wanted to ask you. And this will be a good one for you, BJ, in a second. Let's see here. It was somebody asked, and I will find out who it is. Oh, Botox asked, what was your win streak record, and do you think 33.1 will break it? LexCorp 33.1. So what was 62? Was it?
That was our undefeated streak. I think was it 62?
I yes.
Okay.
I'll have to double check that. I'm pretty sure it was 62.
Well, okay. So you had the biggest win streak in the Kryptonian family history.
Which was 46, I think.
Without losing, yeah.
Without a loss or a tie, right?
Wasn't that? Son of a bitch.
No, I thought you guys were like without a loss was 60, I thought, or 59 or something. It was somewhere in there.
We were 46 without a tie, I think, and then without a loss, we were.
How many wars does it count back to? Do you know on your war log?
Oh, I knew the answer to this a couple weeks ago.
We were 60. Wait, 56 without a loss.
Okay. So you're now, and why I wanted to ask this question first was because, so you had that big win streak. What has happened without a loss streak? What has happened since the streaks come to an end? I think we recorded just a couple months ago. Kratos, what's happened?
Well,
and BJ, chime in here anytime you want.
Well, everybody's, we've grown, like everyone in the clan.
Okay.
And we've had a lot of people go from, well, we've had a few people go from 8 to 9. That's probably part of it, don't you think, BJ?
Yeah.
Well, and not to mention, like, probably people feel all right going to from 8 to 9 now.
Yeah.
Because I know the pressure that was when I went over there. And I know people who wanted to visit, but you had the win streak going. And so would hold off on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like something, I can't really pinpoint it. I think there were multiple factors, but since the win streak, since the loss, our first loss, we went on another, I think it was like 10 win streak. And then we hit a really rough patch. And I think a lot of it was due to people upgrading, going from 8 to 9, but then also people feeling the pressure to get good defenses. So they were upgrading their defenses, and now, they're matched up against top Town Hall 9s instead of the lower 9s. And so our model is to always hit a cross first, unless you work out a trade with somebody. So that first attack was not going well. So there was a ton of cleanup. And when we would go against a good clan, we just couldn't get the cleanup stars. And for some reason in that rough patch for us, we were getting crazy matchups. Like 4
were freaking hard
against 8 Town Hall 10s. I mean, It was just nutty. Our 7s were matched up against 8s. Our 8s were matched against 9s. And our 9s were matched against 10s. And you just scratch your head and you're like, what the heck is this matchup,
Oh, yeah.
And 3 or 4 of them. It's crazy.
Well, and then
it sucked.
Go for it, Kratos.
And it sucked because we were doing a War Star challenge with the people that they 3-star their across and they would move on. And it was Town Hall 8 and 9s going against each other, and it was you go until you couldn't 3-star. And the last person left would get a $50 gift card or iTunes card. And then Town Hall 7s would do it also. But it went right into that.
We're gamblers over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are. So we had this contest going on, and I forget who it was, but McSlither, some Town Hall 9s. One of them from L. Was it McScrub? Is he over from the L?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, McScrub came over, and they got matched up with pretty tough Town Hall 10s. And, like, those are the matchups we've had lately. Like, just, we've been outnumbered hard. Like, they're not, like, we got over a lot of the matchups where, if you get matched up 3 or 4 more Town Hall 10s and they're not the best attackers, you can make up for it.
Right.
But when they're good attackers and they're outmatching you by at least 3, I mean, we can't get mad about people not 3-starring Town Hall 10s.
And by the way, just on a side note, Brittany was totally coming to that, but I didn't realize that the war in L2 was starting. And so before I got a chance to opt out, I got put in. And so I was supposed to come over because I was really excited about that, actually. So what did you do as like a clan at that point? Because I've been there. I know exactly what all of a sudden you're just looking at these matchups going, okay, we were getting evenly pretty matched up, maybe some different stuff, and now we're totally screwed, or what do we change, or how do we do the war strategy? How did you like adapt? Is there something are you still getting those matchups?
We've had 3 in a row now that haven't been crazy. Which we've won 2 and we're starting our 3rd. So, this whole process I think has been good for us as a clan because we're really having a lot of good dialogue with just normal members, elders, co-leaders about how we can get better as a clan, different tactics and just communication. Back when we were in the middle of our streak, before anybody would ever attack, we had to lay out our plan. And that plan would get looked at by a few eyes before, the person would hit. And, we got away from that after our first loss to where we weren't really sticking to that model. And I think we're starting to get back to that now. And we had some people come into the clan that really weren't good fits. So we booted a few people and asked them to move on.
Didn't you do that?
What's that?
You booted them, right?
I've booted a few. Arg booted somebody that was causing drama. We don't have drama in Cadmus. So when there is some drama, there was some kid, it was a red flag right off the bat when he told us how old he was, but we didn't want to kick him because he's a fan in the stands, right?
Yeah.
So then, he caused drama, was really stirring crap with one of the elders, and I'm surprised the elder Dirty didn't kick him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just went on, and Arg finally was just like, okay, that's it. This is a drama-free zone, and kick the guy. And Arg is actually trying to call in, I think.
All right, and now we're back with Arg, another member of Project Cadmus.
How you guys doing?
Good. It is the Project Cadmus up in the house. Arg, before we kind of get back to where we were, because I was doing some Twitter questions, and where are you at in the game? Do you want to just kind of introduce yourself? And
yeah, the quick rundown. I looked it up earlier today. Basically started end of March of last year. Went to a Town Hall 9 about a month and a half ago. Kind of lagging due to work. I've got 10-10 heroes. Working on offense, trying to keep the defense a little bit low until I get my new attacking skills up to speed and until I can hold my own. And then I'll start working on defenses. And, of course, walls are all skulls and going to Legos.
Wow. Okay, and you're a TH9, right?
I am a TH9.
Okay. All right, so we've got a wide mix.
Yeah.
And we were just, I don't know, maybe we were just talking about how, after the win streak, Project Cadmus had, a couple losses and things like that. And there'd been some changes, but that you're kind of getting back on track.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was post-update. Once the streak kind of fell, we opened the doors up and let some new people in, so we kind of lost that core communication that we had, which was vital in getting our streak. We're starting to get back on track. Everybody's picking up. Some of the guys that have been around are getting elder now, and they're picking up a ton of slack, and it's really helping out, so...
That's awesome, and that's pretty much what BJ and Kratos were saying. That it's really kind of getting back to that core communication. Okay. So,
hey, Ari, since you're on here, sorry.
No, go for it.
What was? Do you know the exact number of our win streak? Me and BJ were talking about it with Scotty.
We went 58-2-2 is what we ended up with.
I'm really surprised you don't have it as a tattoo, Kratos.
I know, really. But how many did we win before we lost?
Like 66 or 60 something and 1 and 2 at one point.
we went 60 before our first loss because we were 58 wins, 2 ties, and then we had our first loss. And Cruel and I were going over this, one of the other co's in Project Cadmus, and I remember it as 60 being the magic number, and we were 2 wins short of that, which was our 2 ties. So we were 58-0-2, and then we went 58-2-2, or however the tie and loss works.
I don't know how you did it. I mean, honestly, just visiting during that was stressful to me. So,
what? Just to interrupt, I think that we can do it again. I think that we can rip off another 40. I definitely know we have the players that are capable of it.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be in that. And when we had our last 4 or 5 losses in the last 7 wars or whatever it was, it was really frustrating because I think Kratos and I think Arg and everybody else, our other co-leaders, we all know what we're capable of.
Yeah.
So to have that, it was just really frustrating. And I think we're back on track. And, I wouldn't be surprised if we can put together another really good string. I don't know if it'll be that much, but yeah, I think that it's definitely...
Well, and to add to that, I think it's kind of a blessing in disguise, too, because when all that happened, the Co's and the Elders weren't the only ones that got frustrated. I mean, some of the new guys coming in kind of felt bad, and the Elders really picked up. I mean, we got RM that's stepping up. McSlither stepped up a ton. I mean, these guys are looking... and they're sitting there going, okay, guys, look, this isn't working. What can we change? And we jump over to the main line chat that we have for the whole clan, and everybody's talking about how to fix it and coming up with ideas. So it wasn't all on the Co's and the leader. So, I mean, that was a plus.
And I think that's one thing that I think has been ignored, I guess, in the discussion. When the update hit and hit points on all buildings changed, or whatever buildings, especially in the core 8s and 9s or wherever it was it was rough. And not to mention the button clicking, which was just resolved today, hopefully.
Yeah, totally.
A few of us had hit a slump there between the hit points and the button push, and going from strong 3 stars to that 99%, 1 star and 2 star, and
a lot of changes. New defense on the board.
Queen AI changed, and everybody's kind of used to her walking around, and now she doesn't want to shoot a wall, and then she goes back to shooting walls. I mean, that's been so flip-flop recently too. I almost wish they'd just leave it so we can get used to it and adapt to it.
Yeah, and I know that it's been really different for me with her because I haven't had her awake much since the update. But I see the frustration that most people have. I'm like, well, I'll just wait till she's more powerful. At least maybe that way she might still be as stupid, but she might get through her stupidity faster. And just kind of seeing these higher heroes, I'm like, okay. This question is for, this actually probably from, a little bit more for, well, anybody can answer this, for BJ though, but what do you think is currently, this is from Ben Rogers, what do you think is currently the most effective TH war attack strategy?
For what town hall?
TH8.
Oh, man. It's gotta be hogs, especially if the town hall. The first thing I look at when I get matched up with a TH8 is I look at their ARD and the spacing on them. If they have more than one level 6 AD and level 9 archer towers, that base, it's going to be pretty difficult to drag, no matter how you cut it.
Yeah.
So you've got to switch to hogs in that case. And, it's I'm not a pro at hogs. I like to think I'm pretty good with dragons.
But dragons and hogs together.
I'm kind of getting there,
He's been playing with that in the wild and doing pretty good and trying on a couple bases that are just screaming for it in war, and it's been working out.
Well, Brittany's going to be on that train.
So I think there is something there. I've just got to figure out how to handle that max drag and that loon that are coming out of that CC, because that's what's in a CC now, and your poison is worth nothing.
Except for the hot, or for the skellies.
For the skellies, yeah. You save it for the skellies, essentially. So it's, in my opinion, if I have to answer that question, I think that it's all base specific. Okay, well, I will. It's base specific every time. Okay. So I don't think there's any surefire way to take out at Town Hall 8, but hogs are probably your best bet.
Max or level 4 hogs and max heals. I mean,
yeah.
And I have to say that I'm really digging the hogs, and I really, really noticed as soon as I started, Brittany started going up against those level 6 air defenses, it's basically the dragon threshold for what I experienced.
Oh,
Yep.
Totally. Their holo, I think is, and I haven't gotten good at the holo attack, but I think that there's some major viability at Town Hall 8 for a holo. So, it all depends on the spacing of the defenses. If you can get some free defenses and make it so your hogs don't have to pass through a giant bomb area or a double giant bomb area, that's awesome. But the key for Town Hall 8 is going to be getting your hogs to level 4. It takes forever, but you got to do it. You got to start.
Yeah, don't do your minions. Go to your hogs first.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you want a war, that's because you can always use, the archers the rest of the time. But that's I think a lot of people forget is that Town Hall 8, you do the dragons first because that's usually the quickest way you can get to the war attacks.
Right.
And then do the hogs because, you're so close to having the max dragons once you go to Town Hall 8. But it takes forever. I think it was, Merrick said it's 28 days on the hogs.
Yep. I heard that podcast this morning.
Yeah. And that's a lot of time. That's a lot of wars.
See, and I have a mini account or second account that's a TH8 and Ward mainly is a TH7. And I kind of dropped the ball on the dragons because I was tired of doing them with ARG and turned around and focused on the hogs with that one. So I was hogging as a TH7 with low-level hogs. And as soon as I got to Town Hall 8, that was the first thing that went in the oven in the research lab was the hogs.
Nice.
So.
And I've heard that it's possible, some guy on, I think it was it Tate's podcast or it was on Riggs' podcast, was talking about that with the level 3 hogs and heals and how you work them at TH7 too.
It teaches you pathing really well because you have to be real careful of those giant bombs. So you learn to path around them and it helps you when you go up.
Level 2 is the max for 7, right?
Yeah.
Oh, level 2.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think they're worth it a dang personally.
Yeah.
At Town Hall 7. But, it's good to start practicing with them.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're a long-term TH7, I kind of rushed mine at that point. And I don't think that's such a bad thing to rush at that point, because if you're just focused on your troops and what people have said about keeping your war weight, at that level, if you go up a Town Hall, it probably is not going to hurt too bad, in my opinion.
Right. And so
after a couple weeks, I should say.
Town Hall 7, the drags, they do get boring. They get really, really boring in a war situation because you're almost guaranteed. And we see it in our clan where guys are using drags and we're telling them, even though we know you're going to get a 3-star if you drop them at any point on the map, you still need to work on your funnel, because once you get to Town Hall 8, if you don't know how to funnel those dragons, you're going to be screwed and you're not going to be worth much stuff. So,
whatever army you're using, learning how to do it the best.
Yep.
Right. And it's not always for the level you're at now. It's for the level you're going to be at when you move up a town hall,
Awesome. That's good advice. Okay. This is from Gray at LexCorp. Like I asked the Clash Files, Super Queen or Goblins and Jump Spells? Ilma's favorite attack.
Go ahead, Kratos. What do you think?
I don't use either one of them.
Well,
I use the guy barge.
The guy that won our DE challenge with the 360 DE in 2 weeks or whatever it was, Gurr, he was using pretty much the Super Queen from what I remember.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
360K.
Yeah.
And Papa Smurf did 650K in a week.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
In the SOAS competition.
In 1 week he did that?
Yeah, and I think he was mostly using... Oh, I might be wrong here. I thought he was using Super Queen. It's been It's been a few weeks.
See, I've been hoarding my elixir because I've still got too many I got too many things that I need to research in the lab. So I think I was listening to one of the podcasts, and Illness was talking about gobs and jumps, and I tried that for about 4 days, and I was like, you know what, I'm going back to barching. So
I'll tell you what has been working super, super well for me. I'm doing the jibe arch, right? But I'm bringing in, and I guess I'm using a lot of spells, but I'm making it up. I'm making it back. I'm bringing in 2 heals, a rage, a jump, and a freeze. And I don't usually have to use the freeze. I'll use the jump and the heal, for sure. And maybe the rage, depending on the core. But the thing that I changed up was I started bringing 35 gobs. And I got to tell you, that has gotten me more Dark Elixir than I can count. Because what's happening is, even if like my troops get in there, my giants are like around the center or whatever, and doing their stuff, I can usually steer the gobs from the outside all the way to the center and take that Dark Elixir, and I'm not leaving it behind, or very, very, very rarely.
Yeah, so, I was doing that jibe arch, and recently I set up 2 barracks with archers, 1 with giants, and I set the last one up with 4 to 6 wall breakers, depending upon how many I have carried over from the previous raid, and the rest goblins, and then I run 3 heals and a rage, and it seems to work pretty good. Kind of same thing. The gobs get in there, and everything else is tanking, and they just rip through those collectors.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't even use wall breakers. I just let my giants tank until they bust their way through, and then I'll use a jump in the core to take that last hurdle. But that way I can clean out the outside and steer the rest of the troops.
Yeah.
After that, I haven't tried the all jump, all gob.
It's fun.
I bet.
He must have it down, because I was not having any luck with it. I mean, some of them I'd kill it, and some of them I wouldn't. You definitely need to stay away from whiz towers, and have your distractor gobs off on the side for take the mortar rounds. But
I suppose, because it would be me, as I'd go in there and try it and then fail once and be like, okay, you know what? I'm not doing this. Super Queen, anybody?
Just seeing the replays, I don't have a queen yet, but just seeing the replays, I think Super Queen's badass.
It is. I haven't tried it. She's been down for too long. But people share the replays, and it's pretty amazing. Kratos, you doing those?
No, I really haven't. I've tried it a couple times, but I think I just haven't.
All right. A lot of people are having really great luck with it. Sens wants to know when we're doing an all TH10 podcast. He wants in very soon. There's some things in the works with that.
I think it'd be cool doing all TH10 battle too.
Oh, all TH10 war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up today. I think that'd be cool to do.
That would be really cool. It would be cool to see what the matchup was, and I think it's even more important now as a TH10 to be learning from other TH10s. I think we're kind of seeing a shift in the game a little bit, where people are going to TH10 or people are moving around at TH10, and DP just 3-starred this war, a really strong 10. But being able to see somebody actually do that kind of stuff, you start to go, okay, these things are possible, but it's, base selection and everything. All right. If there was a new troop introduced to Clash, this is from Worm. Let's start with Arg on this one. What would balance the game out the best, an air troop or a ground troop?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that one. I mean, going to Town Hall 9, I just got a new air troop. I got the Pig Dog, so I'm still trying to figure out how to use that.
Okay.
Are
you a new 9 then?
I've been in Town Hall 9 about a month and a half.
Okay, yeah.
And
so you've got a lot
with my work schedule, I haven't really got to upgrade quite as fast as what I was hoping. This is a busy time of year, so like everybody else, life comes first. I don't know. I think
False. Clash comes first.
Obviously, I'm sitting in the middle of a cornfield about an hour and a half away from home doing this interview. So before I head home, yeah. So yeah, Clash comes first. But I don't know. I think an air troop that would go after resources would be kind of cool. I mean, you have a ground troop that does. You have ground troops and air troops that go defense. The minions kind of go for everything. I think coming up with one that would target resources could be kind of fun, especially for farming. Send in a couple pig dogs and send in the new troop, whatever it is.
An air gob. Basically.
Yeah,
Same thing I was thinking, man.
Yep, I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if it'd be OP or not, but that's for Supercell to figure out.
Well, I think it could balance. I mean, you know what? I never thought about that. It would change the dynamics or farming or even, you know, pushing and bases. Just it's not a ton because you'd sacrifice, you know, troop spaces, but I think that might be a really good balance tweak.
Especially now that you can't zap storages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely help out the farming aspect. So
I think it would be cool to have a troop that was kind of like an assassin that would go after just a royal.
Yeah.
Be really expensive, take up some decent troop space, and maybe like, I don't know, just...
It would also help if you had a hero down to be able to do that.
Yeah. If you had a hero down, you could buy this assassin or whatever. He could rush into the base without getting hit by defenses, like, you know, be invisible for 5 seconds or something like that. I don't know. Get in there and do his thing. And
or even if you added a huge aggro range for P.E.K.K.A.s on heroes, you know, because if you're fighting, like, because Teslas do twice as damage to P.E.K.K.A.s. Well, right. If you gave them just a slight ability or tweak, you could counteract that too.
Make them act like a Valk. I mean, Valks will beeline for heroes.
That would be awesome.
Yes. And that's actually I'm also taking that in my, like, 2 or 3 Valks in my farming comp, because I'll drop them like right after my giants get in, because I can usually take out a hero with those.
Yep. Yeah, I've been taking them in CC Wars, you know, and using those to complement the king and going after the Archer Queen. That's been working pretty good.
They act just like killer bees. They surround and crush. Okay, Big Jake Clash wants to know, which medium do you think Supercell should promote the most for the betterment of the gameplay? YouTube, Twitch, or podcast? I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I think the podcasts get a different audience. I think the Twitch is fun. And
I'm going to say podcast. I mean, I don't know that I've been Twitched, and I've got crap internet at my house, so every time I try getting on, it's laggy. But my podcasts, or your guys' podcast, always comes through loud and clear. So that's what I'm choosing.
Yeah, you're right, because you can download it on Wi-Fi, then bring it anywhere where you want with you, and you don't have to have service and all that.
Yeah. I don't. For the betterment of gameplay, I mean, I don't know, because I've given some shitty advice on this podcast. But I mean, yeah, I guess that one's.
But the betterment of gameplay, if that's the goal, you know, being able to see it. I mean, there's nothing like watching One Hive, you know, raids and stuff like that, and really learn
unfiltered now.
Yeah, we get the unfiltered going in.
Yeah, exactly. So being able to see it. And I like how Jake, you know, breaks down the base, why you would do, you know, when I first got into hogs, and I know things are a little bit different now, but Arg told me, go watch the Elite Eights, go watch Elite Eights. And so I did. And that's, you know, helped me a ton.
That's
just
awesome.
Figuring out. And so you being able to see it, you know.
Yes.
As far as community go, to like promote the community, I think the podcast would be the way to go if you're trying to promote community.
Yeah, it brings together a different group of people, I think. Okay, this one. Okay, no, that's not a question. It's more of a comment. What the hell? Let me go to. I have to switch over here. Here's one of my favorite questions of the day. Let's see here. This was from. Okay, here we go. I gotta find that. Okay. Oh, Sens wanted to know what's the new win streak, and you did touch on that.
In progress
2 right now.
Yeah,
We're at 2 right now.
at 2. All right. Brian Horse wants to know: are you using Go Wipe for the 3-star, or no? Are you going for the 3-star, or are you all doing the Go Wee Wee or Go Wipes?
We're a 3-star climb.
Yep.
Oh, for Town Hall 10?
I think it's a Town Hall 10 question.
Okay, then Kratos should answer that.
Okay. For me personally, it matters how close the war is. Like, if it's a really tight war, then I'm going to get the, not easy 2 stars, but I'm going to use a Go Wipe or Go Wee Wee to try to get the
Certain
easy
2
seal.
stars. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I like trying the 3-star attacks. Just when we're really close, I do the Go Wee Wee or Go Wipe.
Yeah.
Actually, it's always Go Wee Wee for me because my Pikas suck, and they're the only things I really need to upgrade. But I never use them. I don't know why.
Even though I got
I
mine
should.
done, I don't. For me, there is no certain star attack. So I'm not going for 3 stars because I might try it on a 9. But I think the real barrier for Town Hall 10, the 3-star is heroes. I mean, I think, and even when you get the max heroes, you have to be practicing.
Oh, I got to tell you this real quick. We just had a war in Cadmus, and this freaking guy was their number 1. And I got to tell you his stats. I don't want to make these things up. It was that ridiculous. So their number 1 guy was, I'm even going to give him a shout out. Number 1 guy was Hound Dog, and it was in West Virginia. And his profile, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Single and
He had
ready to mingle.
He had 17 million gold grab. Okay, he had 17 million elixir escapade, and he had 71,000 heroic heist. He had max heroes. Every one of his troops were maxed, and his base was completely maxed except for his walls.
Wow.
Yeah, and he 1-starred me, and he didn't get any stars on Papa Dragon. I mean, Papa Dragon's a tough base. My base is okay. But he got 1 star on me and no stars on Papa Dragon. And he has max heroes.
Well, even if you gem then,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you would think accidentally you would have gotten over 17 million. I mean, if you're not practicing at all, like, for a war attack.
Cruel, one of the co-leaders, kind of figured it out, and Kratos, they were talking about it. And what did you guys think he spent on that account? Maybe 10 grand?
Yeah, 10 grand.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the time when I get my heroes really far up there and I don't have to worry about Dark Elixir anymore. And I can go and just practice. Like Guns Up, who's been visiting L for a while now. In DP, like during the day, that's what they're doing, is they're practicing for their 3-star attacks. You know, every raid that they do in the wild is a war raid. And trying new things.
What did I was curious because I heard you and I think it was with Boneyard when you were talking about Guns Up attack. What did he do for his 3 stars on the Town Hall 10s? Like, what did he use?
He used his okay, and you can actually watch these attacks on Big Jake Clash. He's been doing these. The bases that he has selected that I've seen, there are a couple that are very similar. He took his heroes in and took out 1 hero went after the king, 1 hero went after the queen, and in an air defense. And he used a jump spell on the king to basically pull the king. It aggroes on the queen that's right next to an air defense. And then the queen shoots on the other side, takes out the king, I believe, or maybe not even the king, but takes out another air defense. And then I want to say he used 2 lava hounds or 3 lava hounds. I can't remember exactly. And a bunch of like 28 balloons. And so he takes out those 2 air defenses, and then he goes, and then all these balloons come in and just, they basically overwhelm the
Inferno Towers.
Yeah. And see, from all of his, and so some of his attacks have been very similar, but that's kind of like the point is you see a lot of these push bases or, you know, these bases in the wild, and you get a really good sense of what your heroes are going to do or what they're capable of. And then what your other troops are going to do. Because when I was trophy pushing, I was seeing the same base over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And the other one, and DP just did this attack. He had a queen walk that went really, really well. But, you know, I think in a lot of those, and Mailman had a 3-star, and I know I'm forgetting people that have done it. But it's you know that they know what their troops are going to do, and you know that they practiced it. And again, I think like the hero's a really big limitation. And that's really why I'm grinding like a bat out of hell to get mine going. So because I want to get to that point where I know that I can practice, first of all, practice with my queen and the healers and know what she's going to do and what they're going to get taken against. And I think it's the same at each of the town hall levels. Once you know what your troops are capable of and how many it's going to take out a cannon, how many hogs it's going to take out a mortar.
Yeah, you start pushing them a little bit further so that your actual attack force ends up a little bit stronger because you're not taking 4 hogs when you need 3. So now you got a slot for an extra loon or something like that.
Yeah. And a lot of people like in your clans will know that, you know, and watching those videos and things like that, that'll start to tell you. And I think it is just practice. I think that's why that 17 million gold grab's not going to do that well.
No.
So you were saying you're grinding on your hero, Scotty. Are you focusing more on the king or on the queen?
I got my king to 25, and then I think I'm going to take my queen. I thought about taking her all the way up to 40.
Hey, Scotty.
Yeah.
Real quick, that was 71,000.
Oh, 71,000.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 71,000.
I suppose. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he just must never raid.
That's how ridiculous that was. Yeah. He didn't even get 2 stars on his heroic heist. He was 71,000.
Wow.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Practice, buddy. I don't know. I'm constantly torn about the hero upgrade. Do I go 5 and 5? Do I take one all the way? I think part of it is I will take the queen to the next ability level, and at that point, I'll decide because we don't know what's going to happen with updates coming out.
Right, and then based on what attack you're doing, see which one plays a more vital role.
Yeah, I'm just really not looking forward to the next 30 weeks of my life because that's how many it's going to take. Anybody else want to chime in on that one?
When I went to 9, Town Hall 9, I ground out and got the queen up to 10, so I was 10 and 10, and it kind of stalled out and put the Valks in the lab so I can get level 2 Valks because I've been using those a little more, and then I'll probably push the queen up to 15 and see what happens from there.
Yeah, that's the other thing with the research too. I almost stopped it just to put in my my haste to 3 because I wanted a break with the queen. But I think with this push competition that I want to talk about coming up, I might break at that point and try to do some of that. Mm-hmm. But it sucks. It sucks. How would a TH8? This is from Ben. How would a TH8 go about getting to Masters?
I've tried.
I've done it. My town hall finished about 4 days before I hit Masters, so I still had all town hall 8 troops. I didn't even have my queen down yet, and I'd tried once or twice, slow and steady. I'd go in 12 to 14 hogs, couple minions to clean up the trash on the backside, all heels. And that's how I ended up getting there. If I saw a town hall outside, I took it.
Yeah, I think anybody else want to?
I think I got up into, I think it was Crystal 2, and I dropped because the loot was crappy up there.
Oh, the desert.
Because I just needed loot at the time. So now that I'm kind of in a spot where I don't need elixir anymore, I might try to get there just for the gems.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that just staying at it is the key. And yeah, I would probably try to do it with my hog drag combo, because I can 3-star most bases with it and just be picky.
Yeah, and another thing I tried too, and Nat had brought it up, Natalia was talking about her DE elevator. Well, that doesn't work. That doesn't work as a Town Hall 8 because these 9s and 10s just roll over you. They don't care if you put it all outside.
Free elixir and I get trophies? I'm going for it. Or dark elixir.
Yeah, I tried it. I put the elixir storages out, the DE storage out. All my pumps and collectors were sitting to where you could get them easily with decent troops, and I just get rolled. So I was like, you know what? I'm putting my other base back up and just left the town hall outside, push about 15, 20 cups more than what I wanted to end with, and just get sniped usually and not take a big hit. That way I didn't roll backwards that far.
Right.
Kratos?
Where are you farming your dark elixir? I was just curious.
I wasn't doing really well down in like gold 3 and 2.
Yep.
For a dark elixir?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know what happened, but I have been farming and I'm actually like getting high in gold 1 now. And I'm finding a lot of gold and a lot of elixir, but I've been seeing like 2000 has been, I'm going, okay, I'll settle on 2000 and they'll take 300 of both, the rest. But I don't even care about if my elixir is at more than 1 million, I don't even care. I'm like, I'll stop for whatever DE I see. And then I'll farm up to like a point where it's like, well, another lava wall goes down. And then at that point I have to like build up my elixir a little bit. So I'll settle a little bit less on dark.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your birthday today?
No, the 27th.
Oh.
It's coming up.
Okay.
I will say this.
Somebody just asked me if I said happy birthday to you.
Oh.
So I was curious.
I would say Natalia's advice has always been the best. Next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next. And you know what? If you hesitate, if you look at a base and you go, no.
Hit next.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you always lose on. Or you just go, I barely just got that. Holy shit, I almost lost.
Yeah, but they're usually the 48, 49% and the town hall is still standing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So hit next until you know for certain that you can take it. Because you know what? If it takes you a while to brew an army, but if it takes you 5 minutes to next, or if you don't find anything, just go back home for a little bit. I mean, if you're just not finding it.
Now, have you noticed, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'll sit there, I'll hit next 15, 20 minutes. And if I don't find anything after about 10, 15 minutes, because that's what I used to do, I'd turn around, go home, do all my collecting, re-queue all my barracks, and then go back. And then all of a sudden, a lot of the raids will have a lot more loot. Like it's almost pulling from a new pool.
I wouldn't be surprised. You do lose your queue time because if you take your king in, when you are out nexting, he's already regenerating from whatever you lose him. So if you come back and he's got, half hour left on him, normally after a raid, he'll be down however long you were out there. Same with like the spells now with the queue. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes, about time.
Yeah. That's
cool.
And I would say with this, if you're going to trophy push up to Masters, put all of your gold, let your builders go to sleep, and put all of your gold into your walls. When you hit the amount where you're going to have enough to find the next raid, that's what I got to Crystal 2 before I stopped with Brittany, and I wasn't even like having I wasn't having a big problem, but I just let all my builders go to sleep, and I just put it all into the walls.
Right.
And if you keep one resource really low, you're going to be way better off by getting hit.
Yeah.
And when you get into Upper Crystal 1, just before you break into Masters, I highly recommend you pick a day where you can boost your barracks twice and just push through it, because you kind of hit that, especially first time, you kind of stall out right at the upper end of Crystal 1 into Masters 3, because everybody's either going up or coming down.
Yeah.
So you'd get hit for no shield because people are trying to drop, or you get rolled over because they're trying to get into Masters.
Yeah. And so save your loot at that point. So, and if you're going to be able to be there and doing it, but, you know, and I think that goes for any Town Hall level. It might be the champ, it might be whatever, but like I use the same army with Brittany as I do like on my main account. It's just, yeah, and I'll play it the exact same if I'm trophy pushing. And you learn the 50%. You learn, and I think it's great. I think it's great to do. JD said lots of next thing in response to that. Mailman wanted to ask, is there anything else that you can think of with that?
No, I think Natalia hit it.
Yeah.
And everybody else is, don't be afraid of that next button.
Yeah, and however much it costs, don't care about that, because I used to always be like that, you know, and that's even with my farming now. I'll just sit there and next until I find the right base, because I'll make up for that.
Yep.
You know, if you lose, especially up there, you're losing a lot on the bonus. So, Mailman wanted to know, how boring is a clan without a mailman in it?
Well, he's there sometimes.
It is very boring without Mailman in a clan. Mailman actually moved his main account out to go visit. He got, I think he got a little frustrated or not really wanting to war with his main so much. That day, I don't know if he knows this, but we changed our shield to black in honor of Mailman. And
that's funny.
Let's see. Who was on the Clash cast, said, I made it to Masters 2 at TH8. I'm a horrible attacker. Try taking a max P.E.K.K.A. in the CC. Does half the work.
Oh.
I could see that.
And Papa Smurf says about Mailman, I feel like Dad went to get cigarettes and never came home. Okay, and I think that is all of the questions that I have. Anything that you guys want to talk about before we start to wrap up? I don't know if everything that I've...
I got something, I guess. Anybody that, is a fan is definitely welcome to come over to Project Cadmus and hang out. And, if you want to war. If you're new and we don't know you, we're going to ask that you show us kind of some of your skills. So taking a war troop composition into the wild and trying to hit a war style base and then show us a replay, because we've had a few instances, in the last several weeks where new people came in that we thought were going to be awesome and they just stunk up the place and they weren't fit and they're not with us anymore. So that's just one thing. If we ask you, hey, show us some replays, show us what you can do. It's not that, we don't want you to be here. It's just that we want to get back on track, and that's how we're going to do it.
You also know what kind of bases and what kind of armies you usually run up against in wars.
Yeah. And even if the CCs aren't full in the wild and all that, and your farming bases or a hero's down, a lot of it is it lets us see whether or not you're targeting hogs or you're doing the Asian wall or whatever would work for that base, or if you're funneling your dragons, if you got the basic skills down. It's not that we're looking for the 3 stars. We're looking to see if you have the base knowledge that we can help you grow. And then when you pop back on after posting the replay, if you take the criticism, most of us in Project Cadmus have a tough skin. You're not going to improve if you sugarcoat everything. So even Kratos has had a beating every now and then, what was this attack for and why'd you do this? But nothing's personal. It's never personal. It's only there to help you look at what you did wrong and maybe how to fix it. So
speaking of that, today we had a war, and obviously, and I always do my attacks late.
Last 5 minutes, both attack.
So usually it's not a problem. Today I went to do it, and for some reason something happened with my payment method, and I couldn't get any gems, so I had to make a bunch of freaking riffraff stuff to put in my war attack. Like anything I could get done by the end of it, because I don't know what the hell happened with iTunes, but I couldn't make my normal army because I couldn't get any gems.
Kratos will now be looking for a clan.
Yeah, I know, really. But yeah, it really sucked.
You booted Boneyard.
Boneyard got booted from L2.
That's Project Cadmus.
Yeah, he missed the
He
attack
was a
over
good
there,
sport about it, though. I heard the podcast where he's like, I messed up. No hard feelings. He's welcome back anytime, but that's the rules. You better be online dropping a quick note of why you missed or something.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's to say also, like in Project Cadmus, everybody's there learning and workshopping attacks, and that's kind of, I think, same with houses. It's like if you want to be part of it, it's a learning place, because we just want to get better. And it doesn't, for us, I know it doesn't really matter where you come at in the game. It's more about, are you don't want to workshop attacks? Do you want to, you need to be doing that kind of stuff to get the win streak going, right?
Yeah, and I think we need to kind of get back to that. When we were on our streak, and not so much for the 9s and 10s, but the 8s and down, sketch. Show where you're going to break your funnel. The 8s, where are you going in with a golem and hogs, or where are you going to break for your drag attack or your dragloon or whatever. And even now the 9s are starting to do it again. We're starting to get back into using it, and you kind of get lax when you get that streak going. Everybody kind of they make that first attack and they get 1, 2, maybe 3 stars, and then that your teammate's pretty solid and they're going to come up now that they know where everything's at, and they'll clean up. But some of these wars recently with the changes post-update, it hasn't been quite as easy. So I think we're starting to get back on that track, and it's helping.
I got to tell you, I downloaded the Sketch app finally.
Yeah, I just did it last week.
and I planned out an attack on it. It's super easy to use.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the arrows and stuff. And I'm like, I really need to do this for all of my attacks, just to because you can stand back and look at it and go, okay, wait, no, that's going to probably get over here. And, I've seen guys using that for a long time. I've never really used it. And you can plan out the attacks, but it's, I think, invaluable. And even if your clan isn't hard into workshopping, for people in clans out there, but it's also for just you.
Yep.
To work through your own attacks and be and then look at it afterwards and go, okay, what went wrong? And you can tweak it that way. So it can be used
I use it also once I get my plan out. I'll do practice runs with my drops. Because then, 1, you're not worrying about hitting attack when you don't want to.
Right.
And 2, you're not getting the grid line.
Not getting the grid line on.
Uh-oh.
Do we lose him? Well, we'll go and see if he pops back in. I do want to ask quick. So, do you guys use it? Have you used it at all?
Yes.
I'm
back.
use it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I like it a lot.
No, it's all right. Were you saying something about the grid line?
Yeah, I use it for practicing my drops because I'll turn around and actually number each arrow as far as what drop, and you kind of get that muscle memory for your attack. So when stuff goes south, you kind of know where you were going to go and where your troops were going to go, so it makes it easier to adapt. It kind of gives you that plan B. And when you do it on your war screen, you're either worried about hitting attack if it's a war day, or every time you hit it, you get that grid line, and you're like, okay, well, I need to move here, and it just kind of messes up that flow.
I tried doing it with just like the first stage of attack was like blue, second stage of attack was green, and then you could start to path it out a little bit too. But I like that number because I think it's important.
And I wanted to say quick that I was sick for a little while there, and I just want to thank all of you guys. And it's cool because it's a game we play, but it's nice when like real life things happen, and you know that there's like people you've never met that actually care too, and just all the help that all my co-leaders and all you guys do is awesome.
Yeah, man, we're glad you're feeling better. So we missed you weren't there, lurking in chat.
I know. Usually I am lurking somewhere.
I did want to ask you guys about this quick before we wrap up. I've been talking about the 0 to Hero contest, and I think we just lost Arg, but I'll bring him back in. The 0 to Hero contest, we talked briefly about it. I have been thinking about a contest where you do the widest spread between trophies. I've thought about this for a long time. Each town hall level is different. So it's the biggest spread on it with an 8 and a 7. So you have to record it, like lock it in, take a picture. When you get in a 2-week period, I thought this might be the better way to do it with a 2-week period. It starts one day and it ends a day, but you just go between your lowest and your highest, whatever that happens to be within that time. What do you think?
And you mentioned that you would have the leaders
well, I thought if you
take a picture of it for the
I think
when they're at their lowest.
If they did that, even like with their even if like you did just to verify, it's during this period that you were, but
right.
if you screenshotted it when you go, okay, I'm locking in my lowest at this point. Now I'm going to climb. And the same with when you are back up top. What do you think? Would that work? It's tough. I mean, it's like, or do you think it should just be the highest?
No, I think it would be. No, I think it's a really cool idea to go from the lowest to the highest, because it would be cool to see how. Because, like you were saying on the podcast, was it with Boneyard or was it with Merrick you were talking to?
I think I talked about it with Boneyard. I know I've talked about it with other people as well, but more kind of briefly.
The 0 to Hero, is that what you're talking? Yeah. So I don't mean to ask something that's probably put out because I got dropped, but are you doing, because I know you were saying something about dropping all the way down, are you setting like a minimum threshold, like drop down below 100 cups or 200 cups or
whatever you decide?
Oh, okay.
So, and I thought it would be good to do a 2-week period because, to push in a week, a lot of times, people will start wherever and, whatever time. But whatever your lowest is that you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to drop. You know what, I can't get down any farther, or it's, or I can, if I get down, I'm not gonna make much difference in the amount of time I can go up.
Right.
And so you'd have that week or that 2-week period you'd screenshot the player roster, right? My clan, which would show you, time left in the league and, the people in the clan. So you get a good sense of,
where everyone's at. Yeah.
And then, in each individual. So if I was dropping, I would screenshot after every drop, when I thought, okay, this might be it. And then before the end of that 2 weeks, because some people burn out, after a week or like after 3 days. At the end of that wherever you fall in those 2 weeks and you get to your highest, you screenshot it and then you lock it in and that's yours. That's your spread.
Oh, so whether it was the end of the 2 weeks or the end of the first week, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that way, some people get really busy. Some people have time a first week to really do it. 2 weeks can be a long time to grind.
Right.
But I just thought it would be easier, I think, to do it where you'd have time within that first week to drop and kind of plan out when you want to really do your push or how far up you think you can go, and then have that time.
So are you going to have like divisions like per town hall? Because as a town hall 8,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I can make the Masters, right?
I think it would be
no way I can make it very deep into Masters. This is not going to happen.
I think it would have to be by town hall level.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
So that everybody's on an even playing field. Like that way the town hall 10s and 9s aren't competing, because it's hard, for the TH 10s and 9s, or, for the 9s, even though like they've pushed up to where I've been. It's hard for me to go against the 10s, but putting it in that time period, that drop down, I think it puts everybody on an even playing field. And, where you have to get low and then you have to play your defense, play your offense, how you're going to do it. And kind of have an overall strategy. And then you're not locked into like at midnight on Sunday. Because there was a couple of TH8s in the last push who were really pushing hard the first 3 or 4 days. And they're like, I can't do it anymore. Right. And it can get rough. And I'm like, you guys really need to pace yourself. I think of Wonder in particular, it was like, you really should pace yourself, because there's 4 more days left of this and you're climbing up really high, but to hold that for days is going to be tough.
Right. No, that's what I like about you setting, okay, wherever your highest is, regardless of what time. I like that aspect of it.
And then people can kind of play it. And then it would be like, individual levels by like between like the Kryptonian family, anybody who wants to participate. And
do you have to be in a K-Fam clan to participate? Like at the time that you're participating, or can you be in like LexCorp and participate?
Maybe I would say this would be tough. That's a tough one, because I would say within the podcast community of clans, because I think, I don't know, this is a little bit up for debate, I guess, but like it'd be cool to have SOAS or LexCorp in there as well, and I feel like we're good friends with them, and and they're part of the community. We interact all the time, in the same chats and things like that. So I could see that.
Yeah, fan in the stands, or fan in the stands clans, which would encompass them.
Yeah. So you guys think it would be a good idea? I think it could work.
Yeah.
And then in people.
Well, if it doesn't, what are you out? I mean, I think it's this type of stuff, like the little competitions we do in Cadmus, or when you get guys together to do Ryder Cup or something like this. This is what makes Clash cool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The interaction, that type of stuff.
I agree.
And Scotty, you're making the winner gets $500, right?
Sure. I'm really glad you're donating. That's really awesome, Kratos.
He's not donating till he pays up first.
Yeah, for the 50 stars.
I don't know what the prizes would be, but here's what I'm going to do: is I'm going to lock it in, and I'm going to come out with the information, and I'll post it within this next few days, and we'll just go for it and do it. And then maybe add a dimension of a clan thing, where it's an average of the 10s or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah, in case there's that other aspect to it. Because if there's only like 5 or 10 people doing it in a clan, maybe we do it by clan TH as well. Like, if you've got 4 or 5 10s, 5 10s doing it, you can be entered into the widest spread in the family. Or
Have we ever done? I mean, maybe we have, but I don't remember it, I guess. Have we ever done a clan push versus all of each other? We have done that, right? But that was a while ago when there wasn't so many clans in the K fam, right? When there was just a few of them.
We did, and then we tried to do it to adjust for town hall level. Because we have a lot more 10s, and other people have, more 8s or less 10s or less 9s. And so we tried to do the handicap. And Kent Farmhouse won the first ever Kryptonian Cup. So it'd be cool to do it in a way, figure out the other side of it, that we could compete with each other. And maybe it's by, like I said, like the number of THs and, which THs, I mean. So, but when everybody did that push, what we did at the very end was everybody came together and we saw where we could end up overall, like in the world or the US.
Right.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And sometimes the whole clan, once some people in the clan start to push, more people in the clan start to push. So
because it sucks pushing by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, our clan was pretty supportive because I was like, hey, I'm trying to get to Masters because I just went to 9. I was trying to get that gem money so I can wake my queen up and get her upgraded quick. And I was like, hey, I'm pushing. I need loons. Yeah. So, I mean, everybody was more than happy to donate. So
yeah, and when everybody's pushing too, there's a lot of people requesting loons, a lot of people requesting wizards, and then you're making those all the time. So yeah, I'd like to give everybody at least a week to figure it out, but like to go, okay, what am I going to do to get ready? Am I going to wake my queen? Whatever, put my queen down now, but do it fast. Do it within the next week or two where we start it and just go with the competition. And I would like to do it at the beginning of a season instead of the end, because then you've got tons of people trying to get up at the very end of the season. It just seems like that it might be a little bit easier with the spread.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I'm locking it in.
Do it.
Well, do you guys have any shout outs? Anything else before
man, go for it. Start us off.
Well, I think last time I was on the show, we only had a couple co-leaders.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If I remember. So
yeah.
But I want to give a shout out to Arg, who's on here, Bjorn, who's on here, and then Cruel. He does a great job with everything in Cadmus. He does a really good job. Fletch and Tall, those are two of our newer co-leaders. And John Galt Keaton, who will always be a co-leader there, even though he's taking a break. But he was one of the co-founders in Cadmus, and a big shout out to him too.
Yeah, he's got a place there permanently.
Yeah,
the chair, the honorary stool.
Oh, and I was just looking through donations, and I was actually wanting to give a shout out to DRT and Vignesh also. They're doing a really good job helping out with everything also. And there, I'm all done.
And a shout out to Dirty for getting out of his slump.
Nice.
Yeah.
Slump, and he, 6 stars today?
Yeah, wow. He did awesome.
I mean, he just did phenomenal. So, good job, man.
Nothing sucks more than a slump. Oh, war after war. You get burned out then.
Yeah, he did awesome.
I want to give a shout out quick to, and I don't think I did, Phantom Warlord, who is also taking a break from the game. Everybody misses him. And he also honorary place. But sometimes people just need to take a step away. Shout out to Mailman. Both longtime members, great people from House of L. So I want to shout those two out. I don't care about any of the other assholes.
Well, that's why I never get mentioned then.
Yeah.
Arg, BJ?
I'll give a shout out to my fellow Town Hall 8s. It's a fun part of the game. It's fun for me. But Ryan, I'll probably miss somebody. Ryan's awesome with the hogs. I'm learning a ton from Ryan. Bollock. Darth, who just joined us. He's been a cool, fun addition. And let's see, Scrappy just went to 8. So Scrappy. Oh, gosh, there's a few more that I'm missing. But all the Town Hall 8s, it's fun being an 8 with you. Even you, Addicted.
Yeah, thanks.
So, yeah, Town Hall 8s rock.
Arg, anybody else you can think of?
On the Town Hall 9 side, I shout out to the clan. Even through the streak, nobody really worried about it. When it finally fell, everybody kept their head up. We hit a slump, and everybody's pulling together. So, a big shout out to Cadmus. All of those that came to help with the streak or came to watch and were too scared to war with us. But Alan, he's good for his stars pretty much every war. The guy's phenomenal to watch. His Lava Loon doesn't complain when he's got to drop down and hit an 8 to clean up from BJ or myself. But he's had a lot of time clashing recently.
Did we lose him again?
With the injury he's getting over, and we wish him good luck on that and hope everything. So,
all right.
Yeah, pretty much everybody. So
cool. Well, thanks guys for being here. We're about an hour 45, I think, or hour and a half or so. So it's fun hanging out again. We'll have to have another update from Project Cadmus and maybe do a Town Hall 10 special with a long time Town Hall 10s in the family and Sens.
Cool.
So
thank you for having us. It was awesome.
Yeah, cool. Well, keep it classy, everybody.
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.